He is going to be celebrating his birthday tomorrow. David Coty will tomorrow turn to, I'm sure, to 72, 73. At some point, we'll invite him tomorrow, maybe 8 to 8:15. I mean, just to hear from him. Something. We'll put in place something for David Coty tomorrow just to hear him talk a little bit. Coming up shortly, we'll begin our discussion with our old man here. A new mathematical discovery. What is it? How did he get here? He will tell us. Good morning to the people of Bansa. I'm bringing the OK Morning Rush to you very shortly. When would that be? I don't know. But I know I'm taking the show to you. Remember last year we took it there? We're taking it back there. Okay, we'll bring down the music right there on the OK Morning Rush on 99.5. Yes. When would that be? I don't know yet, but we will take the show to Buchanan in Grand Bassa County very, very shortly as part of efforts to allow you to have an appreciation of the work maybe the new city mayor is doing in Buchanan City. We'll endeavor to talk to him, and then we'll also, I'll tell you what we're going to do next, but we will be in Buchanan. We'll be there. So we have our guest. He will introduce himself, and then we'll move on with the discussion. We are told he has done a new mathematical discovery. He will be telling us. Good morning, sir, and just introduce yourself.
Yeah, right. Thank you. My name is Alexander X. Matado, a graduate of the University of Liberia, distinctively in the area of mathematics and physics. I have made a discovery of a new...
No, before we go in, don't worry, we'll talk about that. That's why you are here. You say your full name?
Alexander X. Matado,
okay,
a graduate of the University,
Mr.
from the Department of Mathematics and Physics.
Mr. Matalo. When did you graduate from the UL?
Like 2008, 2009.
Okay, 2008.
The class of 79.
Okay. So just tell us a little bit about you before we go into anything. You know, what more do we have to know about you other than being a graduate of the University of Liberia? You know, who are you? Just tell us, just basic things about you.
I'm a graduate of the University of Liberia, and I have contributed immensely to the research, especially from the human perspective of Liberia, by teaching. My internship started from that of the university itself, and the rest was in the classroom. And so I have taught and contributed immensely to the
Are you teaching now?
No, I'm not teaching now because of my discovery.
What are you doing at the moment?
I totally, completely on my discovery.
You're on your discovery?
Yeah.
Since when you left the classroom?
I left the classroom in 2010.
Well, you didn't stay long in the classroom.
You know, I didn't stay long in the classroom roughly 15 years.
No, it's a lot, 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years after I noticed this great innovation that I knew that would have completely brought great significance and benefit to me and my country. So I left the classroom.
Why did you choose mathematics over everything?
Yeah, I chose mathematics over everything because as a child, when I was coming out, I really used to love thinking beyond just ordinary thinking. And then the kind of thinking I used to think, it was something that was a bit at my level philosophical. And then one day I decided to ask a professor, especially his name is Daniel, who actually did mathematics, especially from the royal level too, very brilliant. And I asked him, I want to be thinking, but I want to be thinking above the human.
You can just face the microphone.
Above the human.
Just switch it to your mouth.
Above the human.
That's correct.
Above the human thinking. And he told me that if that is the case, then the only thinking that can go beyond the human thinking is mathematics, because mathematics is purely philosophical. So when you engage in mathematics, your thinking will go beyond what you really actually want. And from there, I decided now to really engage in mathematics because I wanted to become a great thinker, a great philosopher.
That's correct. So let's talk about this, your discovery now, a new mathematical discovery, you call it. What is it? What did it take you? Where is it now? What do you intend to take it? I will just sit and listen to you.
Currently, as we speak mathematically, and as the mathematical world stands, there is a new discovery of a mathematical science called coders that are the efficacious mathematically to bring modern science and engineering to another level.
You see how you call it?
Coders.
You want to spell it for us?
CODDUS.
Kudos. CODDUS.
Kudos.
It's a new mathematics.
Mathematical idea, a new mathematics that is actually meaning functional automation. That is the new branch of math that they call coders. The idea that it has as a concept to be applied, that idea is functional automation.
Functional automation.
Functional automation. FUNCTRONAL. AUTOMATRON.
Functional
automation. That's the concept that it is actually completely based on as a fundamental concept that makes it to be applicable theoretically for you to see it and practically. So the name of the branch of the math that I discovered is coder. Coder meaning functional automation. That's the mathematical concept.
When did you come up with this discovery? How long did it take you?
I started in 2010. As I told you, I saw this great innovation of a new mathematical philosophy where from the 16th century, the Europeans started this particular concept of developing a mathematical idea. And then they started this particular idea which they call automation. But they wanted to really carry this automation to mathematics. And they failed from the 16th century. That's how they went to the limit function of discovering calculus. This is how calculus came into existence after the European failed to bring this mathematical idea to automation, because they were the first to create what we call an automated system that has the mathematical power to create factories that will have some kind of electronic devices attached to it where machines will work short of human labor. So they can have automated system they created. They wanted also to create a mathematics that will help them support the machinery concept. So you see, automation is in two perspectives. First, from the machinery aspect that they got from the 16th century that made them to create the automated system where they're now actually creating the nuclear reactor plant to face bombs, facing gasoline, facing shoe, facing cars, facing planes. So they were using this concepts of automation only from the machinery perspective to face machine, so that this particular concept are grabbed also to from the machinery perspective and applied to actually completely using automation to work on functions like polynomial function, rational functions, hyperbolic function, and the new functions are created because of the discovery called automatized function.
Automatized function. Could you go further, sir, to, I don't know how put this other question, but I like it being more practical. What do you do here now to demonstrate the math by formula and solution? You know, by formula and solution, how do you demonstrate it so the people who are listening will have an appreciation of your discovery?
Yeah, that is the discovery coder has a fundamental theorem, and this particular fundamental theorem has hypothesis, and that hypothesis is practical. It clearly states that in order for a change, in order for a change to occur in finding the instantaneous rate of change of any function, this particular change needs necessary not only to approach zero, but really can approach any number at any point. Like you see in the case of calculus, the only way this particular instantaneous rate of change of a function can be obtained except the change approaches zero. But for the fundamental principles of code, this supreme and superstructure branch of math that are created far beyond calculus, clearly says no. The change not only need to approach zero, but it can approach any point: 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, 5, 6, 7, 8. This instantaneous rate of change of a function that is needed to be required will be obtained.
Let's have an example.
Okay.
Let's have an example of it not relying on only zero but any other number.
Very good.
What do you say?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. That if you are trying to find the instantaneous rate of change, which is from calculus perspective that they must approach zero, the change must be approaching zero. That's the only way you obtain this instantaneous rate of change of this function. With the coming in of Coda's functional automation, no, the change need not to approach zero. It can approach any point.
Any other number other than zero.
Zero, the instantaneous rate of change of the function can be obtained. Take for example, an object is moving distinctively along a straight line. The object has a velocity that we don't know, which is the instantaneous rate of change that we want. Now, we want to see this particular instantaneous rate of change when the object is actually starting from the time, take for instant, time t, which is the function variable, is equal to 2. Now, with the perspective of calculus, this times t equal to 2, the change must approach 0. So when you are using the calculus, in order for you to find that instantaneous rate of change, the change must approach 0. Once the change is not approaching 0, that instantaneous rate of change of the function at time t equal to 1 can never be obtained. Like in the case of functional automation, at time t equal to 1, the instantaneous rate of change of the function can be obtained if the change, if it approaches -2.
This is a
-3.
This is a
-5. +2.
This is a
5.
this is a the last name again.
Alexander X Matado.
Okay, Mr.
Matalo.
I'll let me call him Mr. Matalo. Okay. Mr. Matalo, you see, this is a very important discussion. Even though I am not a student of the sciences, but you know, I sit here and seeing a Liberian discovering a new type of mathematics makes me happy. Now, for the sake of the thousands of people listening to us, I was just asking you to demonstrate by solution, and you know, you've explained some. How do you go further? But maybe, let's say, let's do it this way. Could you give a question and solve it practically on the radio so we see what you're talking about? We just want to have an appreciation of what new mathematics is.
Very good.
Could you give a question and solve that question? Do I need to bring pen or we write? I mean, I'm just thinking what we can do practically so people start to follow the discussion.
Very good. Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
And then we can do that at the time is afforded. Yes.
Yeah, of course,
And
the time is
questions
afforded.
will be
So
actually posed.
we can get you. I can give you a pen and a sheet.
Okay.
You do a question and read the question, then you solve it. Is that okay with you?
Okay, very good.
Is that okay?
Very good.
Okay. So she will get you. Blessing will get you pen and a sheet because I'm just doing it because I want an idea.
I understand.
Yeah, I want people to have. So where are you now with this discovery? Are you contemplating writing a book? Are you in touch with the Ministry of Education? To what level have you taken this thing?
Yeah. So as a result of this particular discovery, the world will come to understand that the world will come to understand that the branch of math that had been referring to as calculus as a branch of continuous math, particularly after it has been created by the giants, Gottfried Leibniz of Germany and that of Isaac Newton. They created. It's very important.
Go ahead. You are live.
As a result
you are
of,
live. Here's a
as
sheet
a
and
result,
pen, yeah.
as a result of this discovery, in our digital revolution, the world will not know that this calculus, which has been referring to as a branch of continuous math, is not a branch of continuous math because of the discovery of Coda. Calculus is just a part of continuous mathematics and not the branch, simply because it carries only one method of a continuous branch of math, which is increment method.
Okay.
With the discovery of this branch of math, which is Coda, that discover the second method of a continuous branch of math, which is called decrement, totally completely revealed to the world that calculus that I've been referring to as a branch of continuous math is not a branch of continuous math, but a part of a continuous mathematics that only carry one method of a continuous mathematics, which is increment method. In order for a continuous branch of math to be continuous as a branch, it must have two methods, according to the current research now. Increment and the decrement and calculus is for short of the decrement. It's because of the discovery of Coder that brought in the decrement of part now. I myself, I said, do know now, oh no, calculus was never a continuous branch of math, but a part of a continuous mathematics that only carry one method of a continuous mathematics, because a continuous mathematics, in keeping with the discovery, consists of two methods, the increment and the decrement. The two methods consist of a continuous branch of mathematics.
Very interesting and thoughtful academic discussion. I know at some point I was asking you whether you're in touch with the Ministry of Education, and I know at some point probably you could appear before a bowl of expert mathematicians to critique your work. But I just gave you a pen and a paper. So maybe you want, as you're writing the question, you're explaining the question on the radio, then you're explaining the solution to the question on the radio. I want you to be more practical so that we can learn. Yeah, so we can go ahead now. So you're writing the question now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but can you be writing, explaining at the same time? So we have people following us.
Yeah.
You are almost like you're teaching. You're teaching what you have discovered.
Find
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
the rate. Find the rate
Find the rate
of change.
of change. Find the rate of change.
Find the rate of change
Find the rate of change.
of
Find the rate of change of.
the function
Find the rate of change of the function. Find the rate of change of the function of the function of the function of the function. Yep. Find the rate of change of the function.
below.
Below. Find the rate of change of the function below. Find the rate of change of the function below. Yep.
F
Find the rate of change of the function below.
ft,
Ft.
which is the function
Ft. Find the rate of change
of the function below. The function is ft is equal to 5
Ft is equal to 5.
t square.
Mathematics students, you'll be writing Ft is equal to 5
5
t squared.
No, not square, cube.
5 t cube. 5 t cube. Plus
3t square.
plus we go here, plus 3t square.
Plus 7t.
3t square. Plus 7t.
I'm going by ft is equal to 5t cube plus 3t square plus 7t
Find the rate of change of the function below. Ft
is equal to 5
is equal to 5
t cube
t cube plus
3t
3t square
plus 7t
7 3t square plus
7t
plus 7t
plus 9
plus 9 plus 9 plus 9
at
t
equal
equal
1
equal 1 equal 1 equal 1
without
we're doing practical mathematics here this
using
without using
the method
the method method without using the method
of calculus.
calculus CALULUS CALULUS without using the method of calculus
Immediately as I stand here, there is no one in this world with all the degrees you have in calculus can find this particular rate of change at the instant of the function without using calculus, because the whole world, there where the mathematical methods stand in order to find this rate of change.
Okay, so let's read the whole thing again. Find the rate of change of the function below.
Ft is equal to 5t cube
plus
3t square plus 7t plus 9
at
t
equal 1 without using the method of calculus. That's the question.
There is no one in the world, as I stand, if anyone from America, from the United States, from China, from India, or anywhere else will solve this problem anytime. Yeah. I should not be heard by the Liberian people. There is no one in the world can solve this problem except the method of calculus, because the limitations of the whole world, with all the degrees you have, stop with calculus.
Calculus.
So calculus is the only method. So the only person in the world that can solve this particular mathematics without using calculus to obtain this instantaneous rate of change
is this Liberian man.
Alexander X. Matado.
Is Mr. Alexander S. Matado the Liberian mathematician?
Using CODOX.
And he's about to answer it now.
Using CODOX, which is functional automation.
He is about to use CODOX, which is
Functional
functional automator.
So I'm going to automatize this function in order to get the rate without using calculus, because the only way you'll be able to get this rate, because calculus will work it too and you'll get the same answer, you have to automatize. It's
Man, I can't wait.
It's AUTOMATRZE. You have to automatize. So
Please,
automatize.
let's go. This man is about, the Liberian man is about to work this matter without using the method of calculus that everybody around the world will use. He's doing it differently.
So do you have to automatize? It's AUTOMATRZE. Now when you are using calculus, they will tell you say differentiate.
AUTOMATRZE.
AUTOMATRZE.
Yeah, automatize.
Yeah, you have to automatize that function. That's the only way you obtain this instantaneous rate of change without using calculus. Other than that, no, because calculus is the only method. So I'm going to automatize here.
Please, let's automatize it. Go ahead.
So at t equal to 1, I program it to p minus 1, and I'm going to put it in here 5 parentheses open, p minus 1 parentheses closes q plus 3t p minus 1 all square plus 3 p minus 1
Somebody
plus 9.
Go ahead. One student of mathematics says he's done it and he has sent me an answer. Let's see whether it will go with yours. But let's go ahead.
Plus 9. And I have minus 15. And so I have 5 p cube minus 12 p square.
Cooper Passaway has also worked it up. He said he sent me an answer, but he said I should wait for you. Yep.
7 16p minus 24. Now, at the time t equal to 1. Now, when you are using the automation, in order for you to have that answer where the person uses calculus to work, you first have to make sure that this particular process reaches zero automation. Just how calculus will tell you that the only way you can find an instantaneous rate of change except the limit exists. If the limit does not exist, you can have this particular. If the limit does not exist, you can have it in calculus perspective. In the code of perspective, functional automation, the process must reach zero automation. And so here, when I'm going to find the zero automation, and the zero automation is p equal to 2. So once p is equal to 2, you're now going to have here p minus 2p.
Eugene Twan Williams has also
Plus.
answered the question. He sent me an answer. He said, Clarence, I can show you a rough way, but let it open. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There. So here we have, this is
We're listening. We're
p, which is the instantaneous rate of change. By the functional automation is 28.
So this is what the young Liberian guy sent me. He said, Clarence, I can send you the rough work. He said the rate of change of the function is at 28. T equal 1 is 28.
Now, using my math, without going the calculus way, you're going to get this 28. That's what makes my discovery a discovery. And that's what makes my mathematics complete the superstructure.
So it means he got the same answer like you.
Yeah, because He using calculus. If he had not used calculus, you'll not get it.
But what's the difference now? Because he's getting 28, you are getting 28. He getting t equal 1 is 28. Is that why you're always saying?
Yeah. When you work the instantaneous rate of change, when you are using calculus, you will have 28. When you use the coder, you equal to going to have 28. But what you are not conceptualizing, there is no one in the world that can obtain this 28 without using calculus.
But mathematics is constant.
I don't know. You getting what I'm saying?
I think I'm following you.
You asked what is
the difference. The difference is the difference in the steps.
the difference. You look at the numerical value, mathematics. Let's not go that way. It's the method. That the fact that you are not using the current method and then you are using a new method. This is the difference. Because no one in the world that can obtain this 28 without using the current method.
Okay, so someone could argue that your method is the shortest or the
No, we are
shortcut
not.
because mathematics is constant. You always arrive or derive at the 28.
We are not at that point here.
We can't yet.
Where we are is that currently and mathematically speaking.
Go back, Pastor, no answer by also than lead that. Let go, man, let go. I think this boy Eugene Twanwell Williams is making some sense here because he derived at 28, but the old man saying the method.
That is currently as I speak, the only method that is in existing to be applicable for technology for the kind of math that I just created, it must be calculus. So the fact that I'm not using calculus,
you're not using calculus.
That's the different meaning. I have made a discovery. That's why I'm not using it.
Oh, that is your point.
Yes.
Your point is
that is the scientific point.
The scientific point.
As I speak here.
The scientific point is that you are not using calculus to solve this mathematics.
As a method.
Makes it different. Okay.
And this method that I'm using now becomes superb. It becomes classical because I'm using the power of the education of the University of Liberia that I have not traveled anywhere else in the country. I learned my book truly from the university, local mathematics and physics, and I use the mathematics and physics background to make my discovery.
Vanny Pass always says the answer is 28 period. Yes, somebody will argue. Again, I insist, I'm not a student of mathematics, neither am I a science student, but I know math is constant. Somebody is arguing that the answer is 28. Yeah, the woman is not denying the 28 not being the answer. He said his point is that he is solving this problem not using the regular calculus. So it makes it a new mathematical method. That is his challenge. He said nobody in the world can solve this problem without using calculus. But he is the only person who uses it without using calculus.
So scientifically,
yeah.
Even when you actually communicate with the IMU,
yeah.
which I have finished writing them, International Mathematical Union.
You've wrote them, or you've written them.
Or they have their copy. Currently, as I speak, the International Mathematical Union is quite aware that a discovery has been made because I wrote them twice. When I got through 2024, I wrote them the first copy that I have made a discovery. And then just 2 days ago, I sent them a complete copy, invited them to come at the exhibition because I will be exhibiting.
We are coming to the exhibition.
Okay.
Have they responded to any of your emails or your conversations?
Honestly, they're bound to respond because they are the international group that have to.
So I'm asking whether they have. They bound to, but
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the day.
What did they say to you?
They honor their progress and urge me. Yeah, for 2 years. You know, one thing, the IMU, which is the International Mathematical Union around the world, they're not biased. They're straightforward. They're completely trying to even urge me so that I can be able to read the proof edition at the exhibition. Because to come up with a discovery like this, I appreciate it. And actually
very appreciative.
Very good.
Now, let's talk
then
about
the
it.
African Mathematical Union also too in the know. I wrote them. And also to, yes, the honor. And then they're bound to send the experts, as I told them, to come and see whether they can actually try to.
So let's talk about the exhibition now.
Okay.
What are you planning? When will it be? How will it be? Because I want to be there.
Yeah. The exhibition will be on the 20th of June.
Okay.
As I stand here, all the international community have been waiting. The American ambassador, I told him to bring 15 experts with the entitlement to actually provide evidence in this proof of my words so the Liberian people would know.
Okay, you wanted to challenge your work.
Oh, Clarence, what you see, I'm just stating is what in the content of that particular letter. The ambassador is urged that because of the contribution that America have made with this discovery, I'm asking to bring experts mathematicians will be a document mathematically to bring evidence in disproof of that they're right. They come to see, to disprove me there, and to actually maybe give any support if it is truth. So the same way with German, because the mathematics that I'm about to outweigh and that have been outweighed, which is not even a branch of continuous math, was actually discovered firstly by a German mathematician. I'm from a mathematical background. There's this argument where there are co-inventors. The main person that discovered calculus was Gottfried Leibniz. Nature came in 2 years after Leibniz actually brought his mathematics to exhibition. 2 years after Newton from Great Britain said he equally discovered calculus. But the situation at the level of the mathematical organizations, they are not interested in whether you discover it at this point in time. Once you come up with your discovery, anyway, you can prove it, they give you the credit. But to be honest with you, the German guy, Gottfried Leibniz, is a truthful man in the first.
He discovered it.
Calculus.
What's going to happen after the exhibition and it is established that your method without calculus is a new intervention, it's a new discovery, and this is something the world needs to use? What's going to happen next?
What really going to happen is the world technological of model in terms of answering these great challenges that we are facing, especially from the environmental aspect where calculus fail. That as I stand here, the mathematics of calculus, we does not have answer to the environmental challenges, being the logic of the limit functions to build a mathematical model when you are using the differential aspect they are using, which the functional automations have eradicated. That when the functional automation is actually completely being introduced on the 20th of June, the world technology will tend to improve. That is, we are currently on what we call approximation. Calculus is completed at the heart of approximation.
Okay, sir. We have a Liberian here. He's done a new discovery in mathematics. It's called kudos, and of course, that element of mathematics is to solve problem without using the calculus. Now, one young person who solved this problem and sent me the answer to that problem, and he said, "Clarence, I can send you the rough work." Is Eugene Twanwell Williams. I have Eugene on the line before. I would generally open a particular line for mathematicians. But let me talk to Eugene first. I want to ask him a few questions. Eugene, good morning.
Good morning, people. Clarence, and let me say good morning to the genius in studio, and good morning to the Liberian people this morning.
Eugene, how did you derive at 28, which is, of course, the answer? What method did you use? Because he was saying that it would be difficult for anybody in the whole wide world to find an answer to non-answer. To solve this problem, not using calculus that he hasn't used. How did you solve it?
Yeah, so first of all, I want to acknowledge that it is true that because I have not seen his mentor, I don't know what mentor he uses, but the problem is a calculus problem, and I use the calculus method to derive the answer, but there's one thing I'd like to point to, Clarence. I think the old man is a genius, and
I'm not calling local. I'm not taking local calls. Now give me some chance here. Go ahead. You were saying you think the old man is a genius. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you should be giving a flower while he's still alive. Math is a constant, it's a constant thing. 1 + 1 in Liberia is the same value you get from 1 + 1 in Liberia is the same value you get from 1 + 1 in China, in any part of the world. So I think what he's talking about is he must have discovered a shortcut method that other mathematicians do not know. So I don't want to contest his opinion of coming up with a new discovery. But what I know is that no matter what new discovery one may make, it doesn't change the fact that the solution to a given mathematical problem remains constant.
Yeah, that was my point, because math is constant. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, one thing I'd like to say is I think he needs more than a radio time to to be able to really tell us the new discovery he made. Because, mind you, some of us, when we were down the line in school, we did quizzing, and so people can be as fast as possible. So even using calculator, I could be fast and derive an answer that using his shortcut method or whatever new method he discovered, could also make him to easily get to an answer for a solution. I mean, for a problem, a solution for a problem. So he needs to. Maybe he needs a bigger stage than just going on the radio. So
that's why he's talking about exhibition.
Yeah. So that we can also learn from him.
But Eugene, that was good. That was good. That was very good of you. And the fact that you will even admit that you use the calculus method is added more value to your work. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
So much.
Now, so we'll open the lines. And I'm opening a particular line for mathematician because this is a technical discussion. So if you are a mathematician, you want to weigh in, you can call 0777. Listen, I'll take my time to read the number. This number is exclusively for mathematicians. 0777 46 40 50. The number for mathematicians exclusively is 0777 46 40 50. Let me take this call off on the mathematician line. Hello?
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
My name is Martin Singwetoba, and I call you from Morovia.
A student of mathematics.
I did physics major, mathematics minor.
Okay.
Meaning I did all of the math in the world.
Okay.
And I want to appreciate the father in studio. Clarence, where I said I have tears running down my cheeks.
Amen.
I was in the 11th grade when I discovered a law called marking law of falling slope. That law up to current is still mingling in Italy. That law was taken to the physics department where I graduated from, and later was taken to Italy up to current stay in Lingo. But I called purposely to just appreciate the father in studio. We have brilliant librarians. For some of us, when we were coming up, I was a professor for Willem Boo in the 90s. And Clarence, we have people in Liberia that can do more, that can do exploits. But we just need the government to give us a push. We that have greater interest in the sciences. I want to appreciate you, and I hope that you will call a number that we can meet with him and have some conversation with him.
Before he leave here, we'll call his number. Yeah.
I'm Martin Singwetoba once more, a physicist by profession.
Okay, a physicist by profession, Martin Topa. Let me remain on the mathematician line for some time. 0777 46 4050. Let's hear from the math students. Hello?
Okay, hello, my name is Mohammed Barry, but when I in high school, most of my friends called me Barrymatic because I was a math man.
Yeah.
And today I was lucky to tune into your station and
so what would you say at the end of the show? I will take a picture of the problem and the solution, then we'll post it on our page. Go ahead.
Okay, so what he's saying is correct in every aspect of what he's saying because math is ever evolving. The math that we learned before, you cannot say it is limited to that particular math. People will always come up with new solutions and new ideas and new shortcuts to solve problems. And the field of math is very important because it makes you analytical. Because of math, I've been analytical throughout my life. Whenever I see problem, I found solution to mathematics. I think this old man, we need to support him and ensure that he can come up with books so that we can use it in our schools.
Okay, thank you. We will remain right here. Yeah, so the old man will write our same problem and write the solution. He will give it, we'll take the picture and we'll post it on the page later. Let's remain with the mathematician line. Hello?
There's a reason why you cannot put
Clarence, good morning.
except after the exhibition.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, so my name is Clarence Loveland. I just called to weigh in, because I too did mathematics major at University of Liberia.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I appreciate the old man. I think this is somebody we all need to work with. when he talk in terms of hypothesis, you have to go through all of your functions step by step. What I'm interested in is to see his analysis going through the step by step approach to the problem and a new discovery.
Exactly.
so that every one of us can take you from there, and probably we can extend his thoughts and methods, so that Liberia will be placed on the map once more, as we progress, our kids that are coming up and following us, through the tutorial that we are doing. But this is very, great discovery.
Thank you.
And I need to work along with him.
Okay, thank you, sir. We are still on the mathematician's land. Today, the mathematics day, the non-political day. Let's. Hello.
Yeah. Chief Clarence.
Good morning. You gotta go all that cheap, baby. Let's call me Clarence. Let's move on. Call your name.
The old man made me to go back to my memories when I was in high school.
Just call your name, sir.
I'm Fanny Sambukai.
All right, Mr. Samukai.
Okay. He brought me back to my memories when I was in high school. I used to love calculus. Even when I entered university, when they put into do calculus, I was doing well. Even at my job, I'm doing calculus. I'm doing mathematical job. So he just brought back my memories.
Okay.
That we should, we the young people should push ourselves further.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Still with the mathematicians land 0777 46 4050 0777 464050. I'm not taking any call here. I want to talk to mathematicians right here. They men are lawyer, but probably he's a student of mathematics. Hello?
Hello, Clarence.
You are live, sir. Just call your name.
This is Councilor Luther and Yofi.
Councilor
Clarence,
Yofi.
I just called to commend the guest in studio. People say, can anything good come out of Liberia? This is one of the good things coming out of Liberia, and we need to promote it. I think what should be done now, the Deputy Minister for Instruction of the Ministry of Education should start calling that man now. Let us try to evaluate and verify the method he's using. The University of Liberia Mathematics Department should call him now and let us verify, and if it is authentic, let us promote it. Because when you
that's why he's trying to that's why he's trying to plan
I'm only talking about the exhibition.
The exhibition,
which is very unique, but I don't want him to just go to the exhibition with us sitting with other mathematicians to prove his method to be authentic. Okay. Because when we invite these international people, we got to make sure it is authentic, so that Liberia's name can get on the map too. So the government should get involved. Thank you very much.
Okay, Councilor Luther Yofi. I'll take one more and then we'll go right back to our guests right here on the show. Councilor Yofi, just call up your phone. Hello?
Okay. Hello, Clarence. How are you?
I'm good. Your name?
I'm Archibald S. Karanda.
All right, Archibald, let's hear you.
Okay, by the way, I did economic major minor, and I know the woman institute very well. We did, and I respect him a lot. But the only way I want to have problem with him, it is only if we want to solve the problem using calculus, and then he solved it. I can remember some way, and at the end of the day, it becomes a problem. But he's a very smart man. I really want to honor him. He knows me. So
okay, thank you.
We're all
thank
there.
You.
Yeah. So I really want to appreciate him.
Okay. So we'll go back to the old man, but it would not be possible for him to, like I was saying, we'll read the question and answer and pose it. It will not be prudent to do so. I just had a second thought. I think we can all go to the exhibition, after the exhibition or at the exhibition, and I can assure you that during the exhibition, we'll come there with our TV and we'll do live. We'll do live there when you're doing the exhibition. Sir, you heard the callers. Some of them saying the Ministry of Education should get involved. University of Liberia should get involved. Mathematical experts should get involved so as to critique your work and see the sincerity and the new discovery, so that when these international people are coming, we know they're coming to attend a serious exhibition. What do you think?
And that's why, as I stand here, Clarence, the Ministry of Education have 3 letters from 2004 up to now.
You've written them?
I wrote them. Even the current letter is there, asking them to bring the expert mathematicians to evaluate. And I invited them also to the exhibition.
Have they responded to you?
No. The on the communications I got was they wanted clarity. They call me up. They say they wanted clarity and provide clarity. What would be the objective of the discovery? What is the application of discovery? And I provided. That was
the ministry said they wanted clarity, and you provided the clarity.
Yeah, based on the application of the discovery that I made.
They've not gotten back to you.
No, and the High Commission Education also to being rating. The president of the university also to get a copy. The University of Labrador also to have 3 letters.
What did the Commission on Higher Education tell you?
Even up to the particular point in time, I have not received any communication from them.
You wrote them officially?
Officially, 2 times.
Did you deliver the letter yourself?
Myself delivered the letter because I saw the point and the value of the work. So myself delivered the letter.
Okay, so let's talk about the exhibition again. You say, when will it be, where will it be, and who have you invited?
Yeah, the exhibition will be the University of Liberia, especially the auditorium, and it will be on the 20th of June.
June 20th?
June 20th. And I invited the International Mathematical Union, African Mathematical Union, and other mathematical institutions around the world.
Oh, these are the people?
Yeah.
To attend the exhibition.
With the entitlement to throw challenges, even or as a speaker.
The International Mathematical Union, African Mathematical Union, American Mathematical Society, International Science Councils, Institute of Mathematics and Its Application, Mathematics of the African Diaspora, London Mathematical Society, Sheikh Anta Diop University in Senegal, University of Ghana, Harvard University, University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, University of Rwanda, University of Nairobi, South African Mathematical Society, Nigeria Mathematical Society, King Abdulaziz City for Science and Technology, Saudi Association for Mathematical Science, University of Manitoba, Canada, European Union, the EMS, the Norwegian Academic of Science and Letters, Ministry of Education, Liberia, Liberia National Commission on Higher Education, University of Liberia, and other expert mathematicians in Liberia and across the region and the world. Importantly, with the exclusion of the above-mentioned invitees, we have also invited His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, President and former President of the Republic of Liberia, all foreign ambassadors, and their expert mathematicians and other reputable personalities. So during the exhibition, you will also welcome anybody to challenge your method.
That's what is there. That I provided the entitlement to all of the international community that you see here, and the foreign ambassador, the American ambassador, also to have a copy. The Germans, the French, and all of the diplomats are here. They have the copy because they are the countries that are actually completely in need of this particular technology, which I have invented. Coders, functional automation that is so supreme that going to take the word into a kind of what we call precision and accuracy in our technological application. So these diplomats, they are the main people that read that need, and that's why I wrote them that they should bring expert mathematicians at the exhibitions with the entitlement to provide evidence, this proof of my discovery. They have that right. So all the experts will be bringing, those experts are there to challenge the work.
Okay. What's your final message before we leave you?
Yeah, this country, Liberia, and the University of Liberia have made a significant discovery that with the power of the scientific education of the University of Liberia, Mr. Matado was able to discover a new branch of mathematics that outweighs calculus, the current branch, to help the world technology to a kind of advanced stage.
Okay. So we'd like to say thank you ever so much for coming, and we hope we can get reminded about your exhibition. We will be there to do what we can do to promote your work, because you are one of us. There is no reason we shouldn't. But do you have what do I want to say? Are you sure all of these people have gotten your invitations?
I did. A feedback and a follow-up, yes. All of them. The president of the Republic of Liberia, the president of the university, the president of Connington University, the American ambassador, the German ambassador, French ambassador, the British ambassador, the Chinese ambassador, all of them got my invitation. And I make sure that the information completed is with them. They are ready, or even including the president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Nyaman Puaka. My letter is not with the receptionist, but with the president, 2 times.
Well,
so everyone.
Oh man, thank you so much for a wonderful job. Only philosophers and people who critically think who derive at new methods of solving societal problems. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. So you heard him. He's planning an exhibition sometimes in June, challenging everybody around the world.
20th of June.
Turn out and let somebody from anywhere challenge his method. Solving that problem or the many problems you will exhibit without using the calculus. My name is Piso. Tomorrow we'll be back here with the 22nd edition of the program. Until that time, bye-bye.